Good evening, everyone. My name is Ruchin Kumar, and I'm basically working as a regional director for security company Utimaco, which is headquartered in US and Germany. And we are majorly into encryption and authentication as well as digital signing solutions. So we are into crypto modules which help in doing cryptography securely, and I'll just go through how we can we can apply best practices in data-centric security. As we know that almost all the organizations in the different field are running behind compliances, regulatory, you can say mandates. But our theory is that if we basically just put in very simple best practices in place in our organizations, we get these compliances and regulations. We can meet these compliances and regulations automatically. So, okay. So if we see China, the Great Wall of China is a good example of putting security in place. So earlier, while, how to go back? So it was quite a, you can say, successful example of putting security in a place. But later on, we saw that it actually failed. It actually failed because we saw not a very good corporate governance over there. People were bribed. The people who were protecting the gates were bribed, and easily Mongols could get in China and can attack them. Nowadays, we still see that most of our concentration is still on the parameters. We put a lot of efforts in parametric security, and we see a lot many techniques which are coming off and defying the parameters. So we cannot be basically say that today parameters cannot protect us 100%. Our data is not the same. Nowadays, we have a very, you can say, a complex environment where data is lying. It is lying in unstructured and structured databases. We have IoT, we have non-enterprise data. We have cloud computing where we don't know where our data is lying. It is not lying within our control, within our premise, but it is lying and managed by someone else. Our workforce is not same. It has changed. It is again very complex, heterogeneous, so we need to take care of it. So is there a real danger? We keep on hearing about so many breaches every day. Data has been stolen, personal identifiable information has been misused, financial information has been stolen from call centers, from banks, from financial institutions. So these are everyday news these days. And how we can make our environment or our data breach proof, or how we can stop its misuse. We just need to make it useless for unauthorized person. When I say it useless only for unauthorized person, it should be available only and only to the genuine and authorized people. So what is the best technique basically? Is it compliance? So compliance can be defeated by many other ways. There are workarounds which people usually do in the organizations in order to just get compliant to any of the requirement. And this is just an example where he has brushed the t-shirt in the shape of seat belt, and it says that it can basically save him from police challenge. So how can you protect yourself from tomorrow's attack with yesterday's technology is a big question. There is convenience, there is encryption technologies available, privilege management, risk-based authentication, key management, contextual security, so many things are around. We need to see how we can provide real security to the actual data which is critical to the organization. So while I was talking about best practices, One of the best practices in terms of providing data confidentiality is encryption, and it has become dominant way of protecting the data from misuse, from unauthorized access. Now, basically when encryption happens, and it is happening in lot many organizations, there are some keys, some mathematical keys which got generated. Now the bigger question is how to manage those keys effectively and how to secure these keys, because if these keys are compromised, then the whole security, data confidentiality go for a toss. Now, remember that even a small one-pager program can do encryption in a way which we don't want it to be. So we need to see, this is basically called a jugaad, where engine has been fitted in this wooden box and they are just carrying the people. Even the the traffic policeman cannot do challan of this vehicle because it does not come in the list of vehicles he's carrying. So if we have to do encryption and in an effective way, we need to see that how we are generating the keys responsible for encryption, how those key security is ensured throughout their life cycle, from the point it is generated to the point it is used, managed, stored, and destroyed. So key management is hard if not done right. We need to maintain central controls. We need to see socially engineered policies. We need to put audit and reporting in a complete ecosystem in a way so that we can just keep on improving the security in the infrastructure. So Utimaco as a company basically provides a very effective way of doing key management wherever encryption is involved. It is responsible for generating the keys very securely on board on cryptographic modules, and then it gets itself certified by various third-party organizations like FIPS or Common Criteria. Now, the question again is that we are moving into quantum computing, which is making security again very cumbersome. So these computers are so fast in doing analysis that they can break any existing algorithms in a very short period. So how can we ensure that basically we are applying the security which is post-quantum compatible, or it can work in a post-quantum scenario? So if we see what Darwin says, that it is not the strongest that survives, but the species that survive is the one that is able best to adapt and adjust to the changing environment. So it is not the strongest, but it is most adaptable who can survive in a changing environment. And what we have done is we have already embedded all the algorithms which are recommended by NIST for the post-quantum cryptography mission. And we continue to deliver the most versatile and flexible hardware security modules. These are crypto modules which follow the algorithms which are subscribed for the post-quantum world. These are getting used and these are getting tested by several international bodies, and those have been found quite, you can say, effective in the post-quantum cryptography. Apart from this, if I just go to the briefs, the availability of these post-quantum cryptographic modules includes hardware security modules, which have become de facto for securing the keys. Then there are software development kits, which is quite helpful in customizing these crypto modules according to a particular requirement, and in integration with various applications, legacy as well as the new applications. From SDK, if we see, these crypto modules require integration. So these are basically black boxes which has a lot of ability to do mathematics in terms of processing the algorithms, securing the keys, but they require a lot of integration in terms of integrating it with the applications which do regular business for us. So integration support, apart from that, certification assistance, these are itself, these crypto modules are FIP certified, Commons criteria certified. There are standards in, or there is a standard in Europe, EIDAS, which talks about their own security parameters. So these crypto modules follow EIDAS. And then apart from that, they also help customers to get compliant to EIDAS, PCI DSS, and other compliance which are mentioned by either our government or by regulatory authorities like RBI or IRDA. So by that, I'll just conclude my presentation. We have a small stall over here. If you see anything in terms of discussing in context of encryption, cryptography, digital signing, key management, just feel free to drop at our stall, and we will be very happy to assist you. Thank you very much.